Petaluma first started producing sparkling wine with the 1984 wine. It was very much a vision of our founder Brian Croser, who wanted to make quality sparkling wine to rival champagne. So the search was on to find a region in Australia that would in some ways emulate champagne. The Hills is quite a big region, and Brian really settled on the coldest, wettest area of the Adelaide Hills, which was the Piccadilly Valley. He believed that emulated champagne more closely. He chose slopes to get off the valley floors. We didn't want to be on the valley floors. And at the time, the coldest slopes were the south and east facing slopes. And they were planted specifically with Pinot Noir and Chardonnay to grow sparkling wine. One of the lovely things about the traditional method and the way that Croser non-vintage is made is the creaminess that we get from the yeast. That bottle then goes into a cage and the wine re-ferments in the bottle, lying down, so the bottle's actually lying down. As the yeast convert that bit of sugar into a little bit of alcohol, but also most importantly the natural bubble, the natural CO2 that gives the wine its spritz. Once the ferment's finished, the yeast die and they drop onto the shoulders of the bottle, and then the wine rests. And generally we leave non-vintage on lees, as it's called, between 6 months and a year. So the bottle that you're opening on the table, the natural bubble that's been formed from the fermentation of that little bit of sugar is the natural bubble that's lived in that bottle all its life. So you're getting your own little ferment in every bottle, which is quite neat. Non-vintage Croser Rosé is the other traditional method wine we make. Again, made in the traditional method, so fermented in the bottle. Non-vintage Rosé gets a little bit of added Pinot Noir for complexity. And interestingly, that tends to bring out the strawberries and raspberries even more on the Rosé than it does on the non-vintage. Very pale pink in colour, we're only going for that very light salmon colour. A lovely aperitif wine, a little bit more sugar, but still beautiful and creamy in that traditional method.